This season's Bundesliga had it all: goals, drama, and outstanding performances. After 34 rounds, 835 goals had been scored, 159 clean sheets kept, and Bayern München had clinched yet another title. Robert Lewandowski's 29 goals moved him to 7th in the all-time list of Bundesliga scorers with 180. New arrivals James Rodriguez, Michy Batshuayi, and Kevin Prince Boateng excelled for their new sides. Niels Petersen scored 15 goals to come second in the scoring charts behind Lewandowski, as Freiburg escaped early season predictions of relegation. Serge Gnabry, Mark Uth and André Kramaric fired Hoffenheim into the Champions League, and the Bundesliga's only unrelegated side, Hamburger SV, fell at last to the Bundesliga 2. Way back in August, when the season began with Bayern notching up a 3-1 home win over Bayer Leverkusen in the rain in the Bundesliga's first fixture, early running was made by the Bavarian Giants and Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund scored 5 and conceded none in their first 2 fixtures under new coach Peter Bosz. Bundesliga stalwarts Hamburg and newly promoted Hannover 96 also hit the ground running, recording 2 wins from 2 each. September saw Dortmund maintain their superb start. They scored 16 goals and conceded only 2, and 5-0 and 6-1 wins against Cologne and Borussia Mönchengladbach suggested former Ajax coach Bosz was getting the best from his new charges. Bayern kept up the pressure despite losing to Hoffenheim, who moved into 3rd by the end of September under Julian Nagelsmann. Hannover and Augsburg bucked early predictions, while September also saw managerial changes, as Carlo Ancelotti left Bayern and Wolfsburg parted company with Andres Jonker, with Martin Schmidt taking his place in the dugout. Bayern surged ahead of Dortmund in October, with Jupp Heynckes returning to the club where he achieved so much success, and they were joined in the top 3 by RB Leipzig, who secured a superb 3-2 away win at Dortmund. Hannover continued their remarkable start to life in the top flight, staying 4th with wins over Augsburg and Dortmund. At the other end of the table, Werder Bremen and Cologne were winless, and Werder reacted by replacing coach Alexander Nuri with Florian Kohfeldt. Schalke, under new coach Domenico Tedesco, reached 2nd spot in November and were part of maybe the game of the season, an incredible 4-4 draw in the Ravia derby. Schalke finished the month in 3rd behind RB Leipzig, who maintained the pressure on a resurgent Bayern. Heynckes' side recorded only their 2nd loss of the campaign on matchday 13, away to Borussia Mönchengladbach, but recorded a key win against Dortmund, with goals from Robben, Lewandowski and Alaba. Cologne and Werder Bremen remained rooted to the foot of the table, while Hamburg's season began to turn sour. They finished November in 15th, ahead of Freiburg. Cologne's calamitous start saw them part ways with Peter Stöger at the end of December, but he did not have to wait long for a new coaching role, as Peter Bosz left Dortmund after their excellent early season form fell away to leave them in 7th. Stöger took over at the Signal Iduna Park and saw his side through the remainder of December unbeaten, with wins against Mainz and Hoffenheim. Bayern did not drop any points approaching the Winterpause, and finished the first half of the season top with 41 points and a goal difference of plus 26. Cologne, who had been bottom since matchday 3, remained there. Schalke's long unbeaten run finally ended in January, with a loss in the first game back after the winter break to RB Leipzig, but Tedesco's team remained in the top 3. They were joined by Bayer Leverkusen in 2nd, and Eintracht Frankfurt surged to 4th under Niko Kovac, who was working wonders with the unfancied side. Bayern thumped Hoffenheim 5-2, coming from 2-0 down at the end of January to avenge the defeat of September. Heynckes also steered his side to a 3-1 away win at former club Leverkusen to ensure the second-place side could not close the gap. Hamburg and Stuttgart both replaced their coaches, with Bernd Hollerbach taking over at Hamburg and Typhon Kukut coming in at Stuttgart. The year's shortest month saw 4 match days of Bundesliga action, and Dortmund stormed back up the table to finish February in 2nd, ahead of Schalke and Eintracht Frankfurt. Bayer Leverkusen dropped off the pace, with Schalke coming back into the top 3. Cologne remained rooted to the bottom of the table, while Hamburg, who had never been relegated from the Bundesliga, looked increasingly locked into 17th place. Dortmund's unbeaten run of 12 games from December came to an end on the 31st of March, when they lost 6-0 away to Bayern. It was Bayern's 2nd 6-0 win in March, having already beaten struggling Hamburg at home by the same score. Schalke continued to impress with 3 1-0 wins in a row, followed by a 2-0 victory over Freiburg. Cologne were also on the wrong end of a 6-0 beating, this time to Hoffenheim, while fellow strugglers Hamburg's best result was a 0-0 at home to Mainz. April 7th saw Bayern secure their 6th consecutive Bundesliga title and their 27th overall, with a 4-1 win over Augsburg and 5 games to spare. Cologne's relegation was confirmed on April 28th after a 3-2 loss to Freiburg. Schalke's Ravia derby 2-0 home win all but secured Champions League football, and this was confirmed on May 5th, as Tedesco guided his side back to Europe's top club competition after 4 years away. The final month of the season saw everything bar Bayern's title and Cologne's relegation up for grabs. Jonas Hector and Timo Horn both pledged to stay with relegated Cologne despite the setback. The final day's action saw Stuttgart pull off an upset win against champions Bayern that moved them to 7th on 51 points with the possibility of European football should Bayern defeat Eintracht in the German DFB Cup final. Stuttgart won 34 points in the second half of the season, only Bayern won more, in an extraordinary performance from the Bundesliga new boys. Hamburg's relegation was confirmed, while Wolfsburg will face Holstein Kiel in the relegation playoff. Dortmund joined Bayern, Schalke and Hoffenheim in qualification for the Champions League, while Bayer Leverkusen and RB Leipzig took 5th and 6th. But the season belonged to Bayern, and their 6th consecutive title. Jupp Heynckes and his side were imperious, and, while many challenged across the course of the season, none could compete with the powerhouse from Bavaria.
Hello, are you still there?
Hello!
Watch the best of the Bundesliga.
Subscribe now.
The official Bundesliga YouTube channel. Subscribe now.